It's just pure energy and pure fun, and it really is something else.
Handstand into the springing back elbow by Black Machismo. Able to take down Suicide. Shelley's got Lethal by the leg, spins him around, and then drives him down. The head of Lethal right into the knee and leg of champion Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley that knows that to hold on to his belt right now, he's going to have some luck involved. I mean, think about it. It's not a one-on-one matchup for the X Division title. This is one of those where you might do nothing wrong the entire match and lose your belt just because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's got so many people to keep his eye on, and you find yourself involved with a competitor like he is right now, and you forget about the other three. And anytime someone gets an opportunity, they're going to try to get up and get it. Alex Shelley, going to be tough to hold on to this one tonight.
Wow.
Long drop.
Impressive offensive flurry of Shelley. Quickly derailed by Creed as Consequences sends him out to the floor. Sabin follows up to assist and help his Guns partner with the offense on Creed. And now Sabin, you can see that his vision, his eyes are on the belt, and quickly, this is the experience factor, springing from the top right onto the championship belt, and Creed's there to cut him off before he can take down the gold.
You got to give Consequences Creed credit just for having the sense of what was going on at that point. As you saw that belt bouncing around up there, and it was so close of Chris Sabin bringing it down. I mean, that could have been a matter of even if he could have got it loosened up, he could have grabbed it when it landed. Chris Sabin, no, man, he's just trying to make sure that Creed never does that again.
Creed taken out of play momentarily. Now it's Sabin and Suicide to square off. Fired off into the corner is the Mystery Man, and he comes out with an elbow and then takes the legs of Sabin completely out. Got him in his sights. Here he comes into the corner and drives the knee right into the chest.
We just know so little about this guy, what he's about, what makes him tick. I mean, if any advantage he has, it's the fact that nobody knows anything about him. You're going to get a quick lesson when in a match like this, and obviously the Guns aren't impressed.
Guns work as a team. Shelley bails out Sabin with Lethal on the floor. Shelley slides through, but then Lethal is there to catch him completely off guard with the kick.
That's a mistake you can't make. You can't find yourself out on this side of the ring. So hard to get up there and get that belt when you're out there, but in the moment you want to just take out every opponent you can. And look at Alex Shelley. He almost baited Jay Lethal into doing that, caught him by the back of the head in the air and slammed him down. I'll tell you what, vicious.
High risk move by Lethal doesn't pay off, and now Sabin Suicide dive directly between the legs of his Guns partner and the champ Shelley. That takes Black Machismo down. Suicide back up to his feet, drops Shelley down on the floor, and it looks like Suicide's gonna fly.
Oh, look at Alex Shelley, though, just sitting there waiting. He can hear him coming. You can hear him. You can hear the footsteps of Suicide. Alex Shelley used that, and I mean stopped anything that Suicide had going on.
Neck of Suicide snapped down on the top steel cable by Shelley. That is back to the ring, and as a result, he gets drop kicked from behind by Creed. Lethal and Sabin fighting it out, duking it out on the floor. Creed headed up one of the trusses, but Suicide cuts him off, got him up on his shoulders, fighting off Shelley.
What in the world?
And rolls through right on top of the Guns and Lethal.
What a move there by Suicide, using Consequences Creed as a weapon. I mean, that's just, I'll tell you what.
They gotta take another look at this. Here's the replay. Creed up on Suicide's shoulders, then he just rolls through like bowling pins just falling down as the Guns and Lethal go down on the concrete.
Suicide right now has a clear path. All four other members are outside. Suicide by himself. Somebody is going to have to get in there quickly if they're going to stop this.
Suicide on a quarter of the way across to the belt. Lethal's got him in his sights, and a perfectly placed drop kick drops Suicide down to the canvas, but here comes Creed.
Now what do you do if you're Jay Lethal? You realize the Consequences Creed, and by the hesitation, that allowed the Guns to get back in there. That was a move that Creed either had to make a decision from the start. He made the wrong one.
Lethal Consequences square off with the Guns. Sabin and Shelley shot off into the corner. Great teamwork by both Jay Lethal and Consequences Creed. Meanwhile, the door is open for Suicide. And here he comes up on the far side trying to come across the cable.
Jay Lethal this time able to get there real quick and then use that lethal combination to stop him. But I'll tell you something, what people don't realize is when somebody gets high up there and you realize, you know the damage that can happen to them when they fall. Think about the damage it takes for someone like what Lethal did earlier.
A quick boost by Lethal to Creed, his partner. And Consequences is hanging on the title belt. Sabin, in a desperation move, is able to cut him off.
That was the inexperience of Creed. He wasn't sure how to get the belt unwrapped. Now I will tell you, that was very close from Consequences Creed to take it, but he just couldn't. You got to use some effort to pull those snaps of that belt. Yeah, we've learned from experience, and I'll tell you what, he just didn't realize what it took up there, Mike.
Couldn't agree more. It's why we detailed the past of these 5 competitors when it comes to this match, because this is unlike anything else that you're ever going to see in professional wrestling. That's why the experience factor is so huge, and Sabin gets crushed by Lethal. Could be the opening for Shelley as he comes across, goes frog splash, but Creed gets the knees up.
You know, a lot of times you ask, why would someone make a move like that when they're up there and they can get on the cables? Hey, if you realize that everybody else is in the ring, you get up on them cables and there's going to be a bad landing. Right now, Suicide, this is going to be his 3rd, I believe, attempt up here. You got to give him credit. He doesn't stop. He just goes right after it. Creed, so close, he tasted it. He goes right after Suicide.
Probably shouldn't be a surprise that someone like Suicide, who makes that kind of an entrance, would be comfortable, both in terms of the truss as well as up on the cable. Look out, look out. A potential Tower of Doom out of the corner. The power man is Lethal. Machismo on the bottom. He's going to try and powerbomb him, and it took out everybody but Suicide.
Look at this. Suicide able to hold on. You're right. He's comfortable up there. Now, can he get himself turned around? He's got a lot of distance to go. Jay Lethal's going to try to get up there and stop. But look at this, though. He got himself twisted there, Mike, and he couldn't get himself going in the right direction. Jay Lethal knew it. Uh-oh. Oh, man.